Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we deep dive into comic book stories that absolutely slap, whether they're legendary classics or new gems flying under the radar. And today, oh boy, today we're diving into one of the wildest reinterpretations of a fan favorite mythos, Absolute Green Lantern, from DC's Absolute Universe. Now, if you've been following the Absolute Universe, you already know this new line from DC is cooking. Like seriously, this might be the most exciting thing they've done in years. It's like DC finally said, what if we threw out everything safe and gave these stories a shot of cosmic horror and small town dread? And let me tell you, Absolute Green Lantern leans hard into that vibe. So let's break this down. This isn't your grandma's Hal Jordan. This is a tense, eerie, almost horror-themed story that flips everything we know about the Green Lantern Corps on its head. We pick things up in Absolute Green Lantern issue number 2. But before we jump into the madness, a quick recap of what makes this story so different. In the classic DC timeline, Green Lanterns are noble space corps chosen by the Ring for their ability to overcome fear. Abin Sur crash lands on Earth, dying, and passes his ring to Hal Jordan. Bam! We get our lantern. Classic hero's journey stuff. But in this universe, that's not how things go. Here, Abin Sur doesn't crash. He arrives deliberately, calm, cold, calculated, and instead of giving someone the ring, he shows up in a sleepy little town called Evergreen and starts judging people. Yep, that's right, judging. He's not here to save the planet. He's here to decide whether or not humanity is even worth saving. The issue kicks off with Jo Mullein, another Green Lantern from the main continuity. But here, she's more like a grounded investigator or ex-cop. She walks into this old-school diner, the kind with greasy pancakes and bottomless coffee. She's looking for someone. That someone? Hal Jordan. But this Hal is not the confident hotshot pilot we're used to. No, but this Hal is a man haunted. His right hand is wrapped in this black, crackling energy that seems alive, hungry, dangerous. You can tell it's not just a power. This thing talks to him. Joe's trying to understand what happened, what really went down when Abin Sur came to Evergreen, and that kicks us into one hell of a flashback. Now this is where the tension ratchets up like a horror film. Abin Sur is standing in the middle of town, like some sci-fi angel of death. Sheriff Guy Gardner, yes, that Guy Gardner is doing his best to hold things together. He's not a lantern here, he's just a cop. But you can tell the man has presence. He's trying to keep the town calm, trying to talk this glowing green alien down from whatever cosmic ledge she's on. But Abin Sur isn't here to negotiate. He's here to judge. And he keeps saying this chilling phrase, be without fear. Now, that might sound familiar. That's the Green Lantern Corps motto. But coming from this guy, it's not a motivational quote, it's a warning. Jo shows up and tries to defuse the situation. She tells Guy and the other officers, yo, this is fast contact. Maybe don't point guns at the alien space god. And for a second, it seems like maybe they're getting through to him. But then it happens. Abin Sur lifts his hand and vaporizes Guy Gardner. No warning, no speech, just gone. In a flash of green light, the town erupts. Officers start shooting. Bullets bounce off Abin Sur's shield and end up killing innocent bystanders. It's chaos. Abin Sur begins eliminating people left and right, burning, slicing, dismembering. One guy loses his head, another gets his hand chopped off. It's not a battle, it's a massacre. This is what makes Absolute Green Lantern so terrifyingly compelling. It's not just a story of power, it's a story about power without empathy. This isn't a noble space cop. This is a being that believes fear is a flaw and that those who possess it are unworthy. It's a horrifying twist on what the Green Lantern Corps represents, and it only gets darker. In the middle of the madness, John Stewart, yes, our calm, collected Marine turned lantern, tries to save a dying officer. He's not a lantern yet either, just another human caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, Hal Jordan picks up a gun and aims it at Abin Sur. He's ready to act, but Abin just stares at him and says again, "Judgment is in progress." Creepy, right? John stops Hal from pulling the trigger, probably saving his life. Abin Sur repeats his message, "Be without fear," and then just leaves. Walks away, back to his ship, like it was just a normal Tuesday. Back in the present, Joe and Hal are trying to piece this together. Hal reveals more about the strange black power that's consumed his hand. It talks to him. It tells him it's hungry. It doesn't just want the green light. It wants all the light. It wants to extinguish it, replace it, devour it. He said this power should have died out. It was meant to be forgotten. But someone fed it. This raises a ton of questions. Is this power connected to the Black Lanterns from the main universe? Or is this something new? Something worse? We don't know yet, but we can feel how dangerous it is. And how? He's terrified of it. And so is Joe. Just when you think it can't get any more intense, we're thrown back into the past again. This time, Hal, Joe, and John are strategizing. They know they can't leave things as they are. Abin Sur is still out there, and someone has to stop him. Then John opens his hand and reveals a yellow ring. Yeah, you know what that means. Fear. They're going to fight the Green Lantern with fear itself. Talk about poetic irony. What makes Absolute Green Lantern so damn interesting isn't just the shock factor, it's the philosophy behind it. In traditional Green Lantern stories, the ring chooses those who can overcome fear. But here, fear is being punished. It's seen as weakness. If you feel fear, you're not just unworthy, you're disposable. Abin Sur has no compassion, no understanding, just a mission. And that mission is to judge humanity and exterminate it if it fails. It turns the entire Green Lantern mythos into a cosmic horror story. One where justice is cold and salvation is conditional. This series is shaping up to be one of the boldest and most creative reimaginings we've seen in years. It's not just edgy for the sake of it, it's smart. It asks deep questions about power, fear, and what it means to be worthy of saving. And the horror tones chef's kiss. There are hints of the Twilight Zone invasion of the body snatchers, even The Thing. Small town America meets intergalactic executioner. And wrap it around it all is this slow burning mystery about the nature of the black power inside Hal Jordan. Where did it come from? Why is it back? And will it be the only thing capable of stopping Abin Sur? If you're a fan of Green Lantern, sci-fi horror, or just killer comics that don't play it safe, Absolute Green Lantern is a must-read. It's tense, it's brutal, and it leaves you asking way more questions than it answers, but in the best way possible. So that's where we're at with this story so far. The Absolute Universe is on fire right now, and this storyline is easily one of the standouts. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into the Absolute Universe, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. We're going to keep exploring the wildest corners of DC's new reality, and trust me, it only gets weirder from here. Let me know in the comments. What do you think is going on with Hal's dark hand? Is it tied to the Black Lanterns? Something worse? And what would you do if a cosmic judge like Abin Sur landed in your town? This has been African Reads Comics, and as always, stay fearless out there. See you in the next one.